Sportskeeda Wrestling at SK Wrestling _ It's a quote by Alexa Bliss. Bianca doesn't need to be afraid of Bray Wyatt or Uncle Howdy. She needs to be afraid of me. Strong words by Alexa Bliss. Don't know really what's to make of the whole Uncle Howdy thing coming out. But I will ask you this, Puddy. Can this version of Alexa Bliss find her way back to being champion once again?
Absolutely. Can I say that? Because any version of Alexa Bliss can find her way back to being champion.
Any version?
Alexa Bliss is yeah.
Any version. Okay, go on.
Alexa Bliss is great. She's one of the best. She was the first time Raw SmackDown Women's Champion. Her resume speaks for herself. I think Alexa Bliss is fan-freaking-tastic. If this just adds more of a storyline, more of a crowd-pleasing focal point because everyone loves Bray Wyatt. Oh, she's part of back. She's back with the Fiend. Is she back up in the family? The Uncle Howdy thing definitely elevates her on the roster level. But Alexa Bliss did not need this to become champion again. Definitely helps.
Okay.
Doesn't need it.
Definitely helps. Or it could hurt. Like, we don't know what Uncle Howdy, what his intentions are, and what's going on here. We don't know what's going on with Uncle Howdy with Bray Wyatt, really. We don't know what's going on with her with Alexa Bliss. Well, him with Alexa Bliss. Like,
he said tonight, he is Uncle Howdy.
That was a weird comment. That was a weird comment. I don't
himself?
understand that.
I sent to you tonight. There was a promo of like, oh, Bray Wyatt coming up next. And the screen flickers, and there was a fucking QR code. And that QR code left to fucking Bray Wyatt in the Funhouse, the Firefly Funhouse, turning into the Fiend. Like, that was like 2 years ago. So
this is starting to get.
I have no clue what they're going on with this, but
it's starting to get a little too confusing.
Yep.
I think they need to like reel it in a little bit more, and take a next step forward here on what this next chapter is, because something has to happen in Royal Rumble, and something big has to happen for this to pay off. You know, if this is still to like a to be continued type of deal, then I think fans are starting to lose interest, and I think they'll definitely lose interest if something big doesn't happen by the Royal Rumble.
Again, you mentioned it again. Still in your memory, Alexa Bliss and the Fiend had some beef, right? She turned on the Fiend or whatever happened at WrestleMania. But the Fiend's not here anymore. So is she still having some sort of connection with Bray Wyatt? And how's Uncle Howdy filled in? Now Uncle Howdy is Bray Wyatt, even though we knew that because the voice is the same. But then we see them together in the same ring. Uncle Howdy attacked Bray Wyatt.
But isn't it Bo Dallas?
Yeah, that's what it was seemed to be. Eagle Eye reviewers say that's Bo Dallas.
But like, or is it just Bo Dallas being like a stunt double, and it is Bray Wyatt? What is going on?
It can't be Bray Wyatt, because if he's Uncle Howdy, how did he attack himself? Makes no sense. And here we are talking about Alexa Bliss, yet we're talking about Bray Wyatt.
Right. Is that a problem? That's a problem, isn't it?
I think so.
Unless there's some sort of, I mean, obviously there's going to be a tie-in. Like, something has to happen to either get them to feud against each other or have them reconnect. Like, there's still something there. I mean, not for nothing, it was all completely unresolved anyway, right? Like, yeah. I think there needs to be some sort of closure for that storyline. Maybe that's why they're bringing it back. So if that's the case, then maybe Alexa Bliss doesn't beat Bianca Belair. Maybe she doesn't. This version of her doesn't win a championship, even though she definitely deserves it. And I questioned what you said before about, like, you know, any version of Alexa Bliss can be champion. I'm a huge Alexa Bliss fan. I honestly found the latest version of her, you know, as like, you know, Bianca's friend, you know, Asuka's friend, like, she was just in the background. She really didn't stand out at all. And I think part of it is because, like, she didn't necessarily understand what direction she was going. You know, like,
that happened when Triple H took over, though.
Right, that did happen. Which I'm not saying like this is a Vince McMahon problem. This is.
I think this is like no, I'm not saying that. I think this was chess. Like, Triple H said, do this, and let's think 4 steps ahead. He knew he'd bring Bray Wyatt back, So let's give Alexa Bliss some sort of background character, some sort of not really much to her, be a background character. And then people maybe forget about her. She's Alexa Bliss. She's Bianca Belair's sidekick. Not give her too much momentum, not give her too much credibility, so people forget about her and how great she is. So when we bring the Fiend back and the storyline intersects again, people can be like, "Oh shit, that's right. Alexa Bliss is fucking awesome."
And that's a very fair point. I mean, if
Thank you.
anything,
Thank you. Let's move on.
it helps with her heel turn to be more effective. And that's probably more along the lines what this really is. It's more about her heel turn than her winning a championship.
So you're right, because the Bianca Belair Asuka thing was kind of a little boring and stale. And again, Corey Graves kept mentioning it on commentary. But then I think I realized the timeline adds up when Triple H started taking over, and then here we are today. I think this is like a chess move. Here we are.